Hi everyone. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Elizabeth Saida Tasneem. I'm an 18-year-old girl going to UMass Boston in less than 3 days. I'm going to be a bio major on the pre-med track with the goal of becoming physician's assistant with a specialty in trauma, which you guys may know as emergency medicine. Now that you know what future me may look like, I just want to go back in time and talk about the past so that you guys can get to know the real and current me. I promise you won't regret this. I like to think I'm an interesting person with a lot of good things to say, so please listen all the way to the end. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. Alright, so let's start off with something that means the most to me, which is my amazing family. I'm the oldest of 5 kids to my parents, Kimberly Garfield and Sakib Tasneem. Those of you who are oldest siblings may know being the oldest can actually suck, because you're basically a parent to your siblings and mama is always more strict on you than the rest. But I think of it as a blessing, to be honest. I was blessed to watch every single one of my siblings grow from the beginning. I watched my mom find out that she was pregnant, go through her whole pregnancy, and then watch the kids grow each and every day since the day they were born. Alright, so this is kind of weird to admit, but I love and cherish them with all my heart. But God, are they annoying. So shout out to Shazi, Maliha, Alina, and Mila. You guys honestly make life better, and I'm so thankful to have you in my life. But anyways, let's now move on to my parents, which I love them both so much, and I'm so thankful to have them. You might come to know that I am truly a mama's girl. My mama is my #1 role model for her strength, hard work, kindness, and love. She always brings good to the world even when it tries to knock her down, which, not trying to be full of myself, but I'd like to say I kind of do the same thing. I aspire to honestly be a fraction of how amazing she is. And to my dad, you're trying and you're doing really good. My siblings and I appreciate it a lot. I want nothing but the best for you, Papa, so just keep going, and I love you with all my heart. You are my life. Alright, so as you all know, I obviously grew up in a very big household. So imagine the craziest thing you've ever done or seen. Multiply that by 1,000. Yeah, that's how crazy a day in the Tasneem household was. Anyways, in all seriousness, my childhood really had its ups and downs. I have memories that will always make me smile, but memories that forever scar. But honestly, on the upside, they make me stronger and a better person. You know? But I lived the normal toddler life, a different princess dress a day, cute decorative pins in my long curly hair, every Disney movie and doll ever made was in my room. I had a princess castle for a bed, and all the happiness in the world. One memory that just will forever stick with me from my childhood was when my mom and dad came home with one of those, fake doctor kits, and I don't know, something about the white coat over my shoulders, the stethoscope around my neck, and the fake injection in my hand just won me over. It was like I knew that I wanted to grow up and save and help kids. So my childhood kind of helped me decide what I want to do, and I've known it since I was little that I just want to save lives, whether it be a firefighter, a doctor, whatever, a nurse even. I'll be anything. I just want to help people. But yeah, so I'd say I'm very thankful for my childhood, even though it wasn't fully great, but I'd never give it up, because there were many touching and amazing moments similar to that. And if I could tell you every single good thing in my life, you'd be stuck here forever, honestly. But yeah, So I'm going to move on to the bad side of things, but I'm not going to go into detail about it for the sake of myself and my family. We've been through and we've seen things that I wish no one will ever have to see. But all I can get myself to say is that yes, it shall forever be a part of me, but I won't let it overtake me. Instead, I will learn from it. I learn to treat everyone in my life with all the kindness I hold, because I don't want anyone to ever feel less than amazing. Like, I don't know what everybody's going through. You don't see it on the outside, so try to be a good person, because maybe your small ounce of kindness could literally make somebody's life, you know? It's just, don't let the past hold you back from the now. Instead, just keep going, pick yourself up, and move on. Do good things for yourself, your loved ones, strangers, just the world in general, you know? When you learn to forgive the bad and bring only good to the world, you become a reason that the world becomes a better place. So really, try to let go of any anger, hatred, negativity you have, and just replace it with positivity, because you'll just make everything better. You'll make everybody around you happier. Maybe that will just be a step closer to being in a better place. Alright, so I'm going to cover a very touchy subject, so please bear with me if I stumble across my words. I'm going to try not to, but sometimes it just happens, you know? But yeah, so I was a huge target for bullying starting in 3rd grade all the way to 8th, because of my shy and very nice personality, so it was easy to pick on me because I wouldn't say anything back. But it started out as kind of small things, like the typical elementary school insult: fatty, pig, ugly, moron, you know, the list goes on. But I survived that, so yeah. But honestly, it just got worse when I went to middle school at JFK. I actually started making friends when I went there, but I made a huge mistake my first year. I fell into the wrong group of friends who did things that someone our age really shouldn't be doing. Peer pressure became a daily thing that I couldn't save myself from because I didn't know how to say no. And this may sound awful because they ended up ditching me at the start of 7th grade due to me refusing to do something that made me uncomfortable. And may I be honest, please? It was a blessing because I wasn't scared anymore. Like, I can finally be myself and not be worried that someone's going to try to force me to do something I don't want to do. But to be honest, when I thought it got better, it honestly got a bit worse because someone that I once was friends with in a separate group from this decided to make my life a living hell from the beginning of 7th grade to the very end of 8th. They would not only yell at me, publicly embarrass me, they broke almost every valuable thing that I ever brought to school. Like, one time, I always kept the family photo on my backpack, like in my backpack, and they took it out and ripped it right in half. And, you know, they body shamed me. They always called me fat. I used to wear baggy hoodies and jeans so that it would just hide the fat, so they wouldn't make fun of me. And like, I remember they would just like make fun of my life at home and they literally would beat me up on a daily basis, whether it be punching me, slapping me, pinching me, squeezing like any little bit of like skin or pudge, like, you know what I mean? It was awful, and it just made me absolutely hate myself. It's like, this was 7th grade and this is how I was feeling. It was just, they always forced me to do things that I never wanted to do, and if I didn't do it, they'd threaten to ruin my life. Whether it be like, you know, I liked somebody and I didn't tell them, they would go and tell them but just ruin me. And then If I didn't get them candy, they would go spread some rumor about me. It was absolutely awful. I remember just like being scared to go to school because I had 4 out of 7 classes with them, and I was always assigned to sit next to them all year long. And I just wasn't brave enough to ever say something about it. And along with that, I was racially targeted by a group of boys who harassed me in school and on social media for being Muslim. They'd call me terrorist, member of Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden's cousin, every dumb thing possible. And it's just like, it really wasn't a good time in my life because everybody was just beating down on me, and like I was never able to avoid it. I remember wishing that I'd just die so I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. But, I made my very closest friends that year. Friends that I still have now to this day, 7 years of friendship or so. And like, they are the reason that it all stopped. They found out one day and they reported it because I was always too scared to. And those people got punished. They all claimed they were joking and that I knew that they were joking, but I really didn't, because it's not a joke, It's not fun living through all that, but I think on the positive side, I'm kind of glad because I made the friends that I have now, and then it's helped me become a stronger and better person because I just don't want to be like that ever in my life. Just only want to be as kind as possible. I never want anyone to feel as awful as that. And, it's kind of helped me realize that I'm worth a lot more than I think I am. And it's hard to believe it sometimes, but really try to give yourself some credit because you really are amazing. And you deserve everything. Whether or not you like it, because it's all you. It's all you. So always keep your head up and don't tolerate shit from anyone because you truly are amazing. And if you need me to tell you, you can always text or call me. I will go off on a whole thing about how much you bring to the world and how amazing you truly are. But yeah. So then high school came around, and I'm not saying it was easy, because it really wasn't. But man, were these last 4 years a lot better than the previous years. Like, yes, my parents divorced my first year. And you know what? It really hit me hard. And I did a lot of things I really shouldn't have, and I treated my family with a lot of disrespect. But I think every bad thing that happened to me finally came down on me, and it resulted in me acting bad, but I picked myself up, and here I am now, as kind and happy possible. But yeah, so my first year obviously didn't go that well, because freshman year kind of sucks. You're adjusting to the new school, and it's hard to get used to a new way of life too at the same time. But I'm kind of glad it happened because I'd like to say that I've become pretty successful from freshman to senior year. I feel like the best time of my life was probably my sophomore and junior year because I've had really close friends since middle school. Like, there's Elizabeth, Lexi, and Emma. They've been my best friends since middle school, and I was lucky because I met a few more friends around the time of sophomore year. I made friends with Cushy, Zoe, and Chloe, and like, they really helped me. I became a lot more outgoing, and I actually started to do a lot better in school again because just like motivation, when you find that people actually want to be your friend just really goes up. It's, I'd say that my life got better the second sophomore year started. And then, later on in life, later on sophomore year is what I mean. I met a few more people. One that I'll never forget is Promise, who always made me talk to him even when I never wanted to talk to anybody. And it was like, it really helped me learn to not be afraid of people and to actually get to talk to people. And I'd say because of him and, my friends too, I'm not afraid to share my thoughts and to talk to people. I've talked a lot this year, probably more than I've talked in the first 16 years of my life, in school at least. It's just because of that, y'all really helped me become open and yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. But junior year, I'd say also I still worked on getting to be more brave and open. I also started figuring out my college stuff. And that was a pain because I couldn't decide if I wanted to stay home, if I wanted to go to the other side of the state, if I wanted to go to the other side of the country, or even leave the country. I was all over the place, but I'm kind of glad. Also, I started working junior year, which was very, very stressful when you'd work a long time. When I started working at Big Y, I'd work basically 4 to 10 right after school. So I'd come home from school, work 6 hours till 10. It was I never did my homework until a few minutes before class because I was tired. But I never gave up. I still worked. I still went to school. I still did my homework, and I still actually got pretty good grades. Mama was very proud. So as long as she's proud, I'm happy. But yeah, it's just learn if you decide to work, learn to balance it. And don't be afraid to tell work to knock it down a bit. I wish I did that because sometimes I slacked off towards the end of the year because I was just so tired. I hit my breaking point a few times. I was no homework. I ain't turning it in, or I'm calling out of work. It was just learn to balance everything. Don't do too much because it'll affect you down the path. But I want to move on to senior year. I'd say overall that was my most successful year. I scored a Cooley internship, which I did actually the year before, but it was a volunteer thing. But the Cooley internship lasted, I think I did almost 8 months of it because I stayed past my semester. But I really thought that was amazing because it kind of really helped me narrow down what I wanted to do, because I'd see what the inside of a hospital was like, and I was just I want to be here. I remember sneaking off from the main desk that I was supposed to be watching over just to go sneaking around the area of the ER because I was just so fascinated. I'd watch the ambulance unload and I'd try to talk to the firefighters and EMTs to just see what was going on, and they'd always tell me because it was I was just fascinated. Something about it was just that's so cool. I remember I was fangirling every time I was at that hospital. It was I don't know. It was amazing. I was really glad I got that opportunity in school. And I really hope other kids take advantage of trying to get to do something like that because I'm very, very thankful for that. And I'd also say that I got into all the schools except one, but I applied to. So that was just shocking, because all my life I was told I wasn't smart enough, or I was told, if this person couldn't get in, then you won't get in. So I remember thinking, oh my God, at this point I'm not going to get into any schools. And look at me. Sorry. But, yeah. It was a real confidence booster, because senior year really makes you realize your success and how far you've come over the last 4 years. And, you do a lot more things, and you start to see that you are a lot better than you think you are. And it was nice. I also have a lot of memories from especially the last semester in the summertime that will just forever be a part of me. And I'm not complaining, because they were amazing. I'll never forget prom. That was so much fun. It was the first night in a long time where I felt like a princess. And then I'll never forget Miss Strauss's class, guys. I like Miss Strauss, but that class was painful. And I loved watching everybody just come in just as done as I was. Nobody wanted to be there. And it was just really, I don't know, it was fun. I'm glad it's over, but it was just something. I'll never forget graduation too. Just I don't know, hearing my name and walking across that stage, it really hit. I was like, you finally did it. You made it to graduation day. And I remember when my name was called, I heard my mom scream my name, and I looked over and I saw my siblings and my dad and everybody just with the biggest smile. It was a smile that I never thought I'd see in my life. And it's just nice. It's really good to know you made somebody proud. But yeah, so we're gonna move on to the summer, where I think I made the best memories ever. I went out the first 2 months, June and July, every day with my friends. We'd be out till midnight. It was we knew our time was short, and we did everything together. And it was just it was nice, because I grew closer to them, and it's gonna be hard to say goodbye. It really is. It's actually, it's not goodbye. It's gonna be see you later, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be hard to say a temporary goodbye. And I've also tried a lot of new things this summer, and I don't regret it at all. Matter of fact, it was really nice. It was really, really nice. I'll miss it, but I'll miss a lot of things I did this summer. It was a good one. I think it's the best summer I've had in a long time. And yeah, I hope college will just be as well, because nothing beats the last 4 years and the people I've met. And I'm gonna miss it. As much as I say I hate Northampton, I'm really gonna miss Northampton. Gonna miss my family, my friends, the memories I have here. It's a lot. But I'm not gonna be sad about it, because I'm moving on to Boston. Hopefully one day I'll make it to Mass Gen. It's my #1 goal. One day I'll make it. But yeah, I really hope that you can think of this as a way to never give up, even if you feel like you're at the lowest point in your life, because it'll only get better if you let it. Unless you let the negativity knock you down and hold you down, it won't get better. But if you learn to open up and try to stop it, or to even just like let it go through its course, you'll be okay. Like, I'm about to go to school to become a PA. Like, my dream is really happening. I'm going to Boston. I've been wanting to go to Boston for years. And it's like, it's here. My dad used to take me to Boston every weekend with my Grammy Lonnie. And it was just like, if he was still alive, I know, he'd be very proud of me. But, you know, he's always a part of me in my heart. And his first name is actually my last name. So he will be there in everything I do. And then, it's just, I've never been so happy in my life because of the people I've had in my life, and I've never felt like everybody's made me feel like I am worth something because they're proud of me, they love me, and people actually want me. Like, they want to be my friend or whatever. It's just, I never imagined this life, and I'm so happy. Like, I know I'm stressed a lot, but I really do mean it. I'm really, I've never been this happy in my life. And I just hope the happiness gets more, just goes up, because it feels good. But yeah, I wish anyone watching this all the happiness in the world. And you are going to be very, very successful. But make sure that you get all the credit for your success and don't let anyone take it, because you were the one who did the work. You spent all the time, let's say you spent all the time writing that essay. You spent all the money to do it. You were the thoughts behind that. Don't let anyone take your work, because that's all you. And you deserve all the credit. And you deserve all the best, because you're smart and you're amazing, and you're just gonna you're gonna get higher and higher each time. Just don't give up, even if you feel like it's never gonna happen, because it will. Everything surprises you. You'll be okay. Just keep going. Just keep going. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end there. Sorry that it just got kind of random at the end. I gave up on writing it ahead of time, and I'm just saying things as it comes out of my head. But I really hope that you guys got to know a bit of me, and that I was somewhat motivational to you. And if not, I hope to be something. But never be afraid to contact me, especially if you're my closest friends. I will always be there for you. And I honestly love you all with all my heart. And I truly wish every good thing in the world would happen to you. So, yeah. Goodbye.